is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Hayes. On the move is the 30. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Hayes. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Back to pass. Right down the middle. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room. Give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Off the play fake on first down. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. Guys, let's take a minute here and think about UCLA. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big four-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place. And
oh, he's got some space. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. The RPO, it's complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's talk a little UCLA. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to throw it. Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
So now on comes the field goal unit. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And the right rotation on that one to get a little help from the crossbar and get it through. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And how about the three-pointer from downtown? The long field goal attempt, they trust their kicker, and it took every inch. Just hits the crossbar and gets over and goes in.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. And some room to work. Turning it on! And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right, you see that blocking and all the holes open up. That's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Looking to fire. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy.
That's a line ball. Offense scoops it up and still going. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. They'll go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count on.
Wants to fire on second down. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
That was a nice swat. Even Dikembe Mutombo would love to wave his finger side to side and say, no, no, no.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Denmark. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one they had to have a plan for one of the best receivers in the country, so they're double covering him. You can't do anything else, and still they can't prevent this guy from making the catch and getting the first down.
And the Wildcat has turned to disaster. A big loss as the defense was all over it. The Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Motion from the back. Wants to go up top. Grab behind the line. It's Hayes. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and you see they keep creeping the running backs out in the flat. And right there, he slips them out to the right, gets them the football quickly. But this defense, man, I tell you what, you talk about speed, seeing things, reacting, and going and getting them on the ground. Really nice job.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Penn State.
So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. He's looking downfield to throw. Under fire. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got rid of it just in time. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
A really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
Stuff on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at third and long.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
Looking downfield at Chiamaleava. Picked off. What a play to set him up. You know he would have loved to have tacked on a big return to that pick, but they've got it in the red zone at the 15.
Such a great job by the defensive back, dropping beyond the sticks, understanding where the ball's going, breaking on the football, great eyes, great vision, and great hands. Looked like a wide receiver getting that INT.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab on the left. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed to rock it. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Looking to throw. And he just gets it in for the touchdown.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league. But check this out. Oklahoma was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Sooners performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first two plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expecting him to get the ball again.
Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Gets it to the back. There he goes. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. He'll do it himself on the draw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Quickly to the tight end. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, UCLA. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Now they'll run it on the toss. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. They'll toss it to the left. Breaks into the open. Got the first down. Looking for more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Caught in the backfield, it's Hayes. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Nittany Lions will have it 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Saunders. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Looking for the score. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Penn State! A great catch and run for 6.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of a defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Used the play fake, now to throw. Looking deep down the right side. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score.
Oh, he's got some space. Rams him with the stiff arm. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Bruins want to move quickly. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield. It's Iamaleava. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% in a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
Absolutely perfect. It's now a one-point game, 14-13. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Vanderbilt has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in Nashville. They're up by 4 over Virginia. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Setting up the screen. Turning it on. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had block.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And that is just what this defense needed. Nice job getting upfield, getting after the quarterback, putting that last play behind him. Big gain, so what? Great job being dialed in on first down to the pass and getting the sack.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now. And you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now third down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
The Nittany Lions need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to beat the D deep. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them.
Really tough on offense. Third and long, it's tough to know you're passing the football. They know you're passing the football. I'm going to rush the passer. I'm going to drop back deep, make you throw the ball underneath. But, you know, quarterbacks also want to force that football and try to get that first down. He does there, and that's why he creates the turnover.
Lions just way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'd be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
You'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. And the Bruins will snap it on 1st and 10. Keeps it on the draw. At the 40, there he goes. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And
there he goes. The 30, the 20. Touchdown, Bruins. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. These guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Play the analytics here and you go for 2. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. It's complete to the left. He finds the end zone for the 2, and now the lead is 7. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on 1st down. Under fire. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, UCLA. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And in the free safety roaming the middle of the field, you can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the catch.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Nittany Lions can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. They're setting up the screen. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the middle. It's caught.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
It's 1st down from the 37-yard line. Defense wants to bring the heat. Looking downfield on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
The toss to the right. Slithers into space. Breaks into the open. A big, explosive play by this offense. And if you want to control the fourth quarter, might as well go in with momentum like that. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. So first down will open up the final period. They'll throw it from the red zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to fire. Into the end zone. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. All down at the 18-yard line. A solid return after that interception.
It doesn't get any better from your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Making side adjustments here. Off the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Pulls it in. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
Outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
The Bruins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cox. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Third down coming here, and they need to get it out to the 44. To the air. It's Iamaleava. Quickly complete. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball,
this will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Stopped right at the 40-yard line, and this defense celebrating the turnover.
I definitely am trying to be a little bit conservative. I can't be cautious, but I want to be a little bit conservative. Up 2 possessions. The clock is my friend. I got the football. The worst thing I can do is throw an interception, turn the football over, stop the clock, give them the ball back in an opportunity like this.
Trying to seal the edge on the right. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
And when you're trailing by a couple possessions in the fourth quarter, you can't do much of this, much more. I mean, this offense has to find a way to attack the sidelines, the middle of the field, deep down the field. It can't be the little dink and dunk. This offense...
He lobs one high down the left side. picked off. That's number 15 on the year.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
To throw, it's Iamaleava. Nice grab in traffic. Oh, he's got some space. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Man, you go from perfect position of strength. I get to salt this clock away. I get to run this out. I'm going to win to, man, now I got to put my defense back on the field, and anything can happen, right, in football, and you can catch breaks, and so now you got to go out and earn it. You had this thing under wraps.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college.
He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. They'll go to the air. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that 2-point conversion.
That'll elevate some sideline blood pressures. You just took the lead, and now you're giving away field position by kicking it out of bounds. This defense is going to have to sell out to stop the run and try to get the ball back one last time. Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. Got it set up on the outside. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Bruins in the hurry-up. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Big third down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. Might be changing the route. Third down play from the gun. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. You make closing arguments this time of year, and this passing attack has given them an emphatic point for the committee.
Dang right. You make those statement wins late in the season for ranking purposes, for resume purposes, and you're showing that you're a championship caliber team. Palmer, this passing attack was lethal.
And whoever they've got to play coming up now, man, their defensive coordinator and staff are going to have some long hours trying to defend this passing attack because the guys they got outside, the matchup nightmares they're creating, and how accurate this quarterback has been, they are going to be tough to stop.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. +1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Iamaleava. Dumps it off in the flats. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running back.
It'll be 3rd and long. He's looking to throw. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. That is no good. Guys, still a 6-point game, but a missed opportunity.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the 1st down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
He wants it all. Throw to the end zone, picked off. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
And the defense gave up some yards late in the game, but when it mattered most, when the offense had a chance to go in here and take the lead late in this football game, they absolutely closed the door, get the INT, and get the ball back to their offense.
Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
Quarterback takes a knee. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.